They believe. And yes, he clapped. See, he clapped. I said the stars at night, and he was.
What does Texas use for sore throats and sniffy noses?
Is this a joke? Is it coming? I'm
She
ready.
said.
Okay, I'm done with you.
So start the show because I want to tell him, Jacob.
Okay, here we go. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, the show that brings you the latest and greatest and odd crazy news from all over the planet. I'm your host, Steven. I had to take a deep breath just then. And I'm here with the amazing, the wonderful, the cat-eared Smashley, and we're here to take the news. There's a tap in the world, and we're gonna pull that tap, and we're gonna just draw out the best news you've ever seen into this glass. We're gonna just leave it with just the perfect amount of foam on top, and that foam, ladies and gentlemen, is everything else in the world. We don't care about that. We care about the flavorful, wonderful, world news taste in this juicy beverage. You just pour that right into your ear, and we're gonna make that taste good. We're gonna end that with a good aftertaste.
Juicy beverage.
I'm a juicy beverage, if you know what I mean.
That sounds awful.
I know. What is this? Gross. Hey, everybody. Welcome to tonight.
Hello.
Hello. This is the vendor dinosaur. I'm here to say hello. Does anybody have any teeth floss? I can't floss because my hands are so small. I can't get them through my teeth.
Why are you like this?
I don't know. Hey, Smash. How are you?
Do you floss every day?
For the sake of the internet and my dentist, yes. Yes, I do. I am a habitual flosser. I floss every time I eat.
So if you do floss every night for a week just to see what comes out of your teeth, and you'll never not floss at night.
So, okay, here's the thing. I get real good at flossing after a visit to the dentist. Mostly before a visit to the dentist. And then after the visit to the dentist, I'm also a pretty dang good flosser. But then I'll do this thing where I either stop for, like, go on vacation or something, or there's some sort of disruption to my normal routine. And the minute that happens, me as a person, this is not just flossing, but any activity I'm trying to maintain just poops all over the place, and I fall back into it.
It has not created a proper habit loop.
Yeah, and it takes a lot to do that. Making a habit is hard.
It is.
Like, you can't just 3D print a habit.
But having your teeth fall out is harder, so I floss.
Well, my teeth are already half gone, so who cares? My grandpa didn't have any teeth. He got by just fine.
My grandpa's teeth were like wooden. And I really don't understand how I ended up with normal teeth in my family.
Okay, your teeth aren't normal, Smash. Your teeth are perfect. And that's
I grew them.
They grew straight as an arrow, and that is, to me, is an anomaly.
I don't know why, but I'm so proud of that. Like, I literally did nothing. There was nothing of my wheel or my force of personality that created my teeth, but I am proud that my chromosomes and my DNA did what they were meant to do and coded me some pretty teeth.
It's stupid because neither of your parents have perfect teeth either.
Mom doesn't, like, her entire upper is fake, and dad's teeth are all jacked up. Stephanie lived in braces for 10 years.
Yeah, you somehow got lucky.
Jesus took pity on me because the dentist is terrifying.
Growing straight teeth. He just visited you every night and rubbed mud on your face. That's how he did it.
What are those, like? Oh,
what?
Jacob perturbed the guard dog next door.
Oh, is he gonna get eaten and mauled by it? If I see him run up and bang on the window behind you, I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah.
It's like like Ghostbusters. Let me in! Somebody let me in!
Movies that do that drive me nuts because somebody would let them in, right? Assuming they saw and weren't having a party in the background.
Well, they were in New York, and these were all fancy pants people eating at Tavern on the Green, and there was a crazy man running at the window. I mean, somebody probably should have gone and investigated.
Yeah, like, I mean, my initial reaction would be, WTF is happening? There is motion outside. But if somebody looked that terrified, I would probably let them in.
Yeah.
Unless, they were covered in zombie bites, and then I'd be like, nope,
I don't think so. Think we'll
sorry.
pass.
You are not
It's fine.
infecting me.
No. I got some big news for the people.
Okay.
Stephanie and I have adopted,
Oh, God.
and we're real proud of the thing that we got a cat. I don't know how long I can keep that rolling. We got a cat yesterday, and she's really sweet, and I'm kind of enamored by this cat.
It was your fault you got the cat. Stephanie said no.
Yeah, it was my fault. Okay, so fun story. Kid comes over yesterday. I'm working from home. We're all lucky that I was working from home. Because we wouldn't have a cat if I wasn't. We go to the front door, and our neighbor Joe is over, and he's like, "Hey, a while back, you guys were interested in a cat, right?" And we're like, "Yeah, we were looking for one." We kind of decided against it. He's like, "Well, I have a little stray I found when I was at college, and she's really sweet, and I knew you guys wanted a cat." And I was like, "Oh yeah, Stephanie, do you still want a cat?" And Stephanie goes, "No, allergies, etc." And I was like, "Okay, Joe, I guess we're not gonna get the cat." So he's like, "Okay, well, I just remembered you guys said you had wanted one." I was like, "Yeah, I know." So Joe leaves. I close the door. I go back to Stephanie and said, "Stephanie, it would be a sweet little kitty if we got it. It would just, you could pet it and hold it." And just her eyes started to do that thing. Like, and you look at a dog and its eyes just start watering and looking up at you. Like, is it really going to be that cute? Yes. Yes.
Stephanie said you walked in, you were like, "Steffi, wouldn't it be nice to have a little kitty? Mew, 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 mew. A little kitty that goes mew, mew, mew."
That's pretty much what I did. I turned into a small child. I was mew, 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 kitty, kitty. And I said, "Let's go look at the kitty. Let's go look at the kitty." So we went over, we looked at the kitty, and we came home with the kitty. It was that.
Yeah, Steph is like, he carried it home. He carried it home the entire way.
I did. I carried it home. But I also told her, I said, if this kitty goes south, I also have no problem within 15 seconds starting to refer to the kitty as that darn cat and then taking it somewhere because I'm also not that bonded to it. But it's a really sweet cat. We named it Mochi Danger. So Stephanie and Sam got to name it Mochi. I named it Danger. So, its middle name is Danger.
It is a very chill. Stephanie was like, "Do you not like her? You seem weird." I'm like, A, she looks exactly like the cat that put you in the hospital. And B, you got a cat out of literally nowhere.
Yeah, we did.
She was adorable, though, and I'm more afraid of Sam accidentally squishing her than I am of the cat hurting you guys.
Yeah, me too. Me too. I'm worried Stephanie might kill it because it keeps jumping on everything, like the table, the counter. It's a climbing cat. So we're gonna have to figure out how to get it to have a safe place where it can
Not
get up
get
high.
toxoplasmosis in your food.
Yeah, it's fine. It's a kitty. It'll grow out of all that eventually. It's just exploring. It's a new world. It's going to start exploring and looking around. But you put it on the back porch, and she just lays there, and she's adorable, and she's precious. And her name is Mochi, and she's mine.
She rubs her butt on your food preparation space. She is a cat, and she's got a face.
Good song. Yeah. So I'm now the proud owner of a cat. We had to go out and spend exorbitant amounts of money to get a bunch of cat stuff that we used to have that we no longer have. And now we got it. I'm excited about it. Because you guys know me well enough to know that I have a memory of about 2 days and a forward planning of about 2 days. So I haven't thought forward about any of this. I just thought, I want a cat now. And that felt good. And I'm fine with living in the now. The now is a great place. You don't have to worry about anything.
Stephen Bubble. The glorious Stephen Bubble.
Mm-hmm. It's a real fun place. I'm real happy about it. Coin. Factoid of the week. Factoid of the week. So when you say the sound that you're gonna do, like when you say the word instead of the action. So anyway, there are more than 500.
Wait, what?
I don't know what I'm talking about. There are more than 500 active volcanoes in the world. More than half of these volcanoes are part of the Ring of Fire, a region that encircles Jacob's butthole. Oh wait. A region that encircles the Pacific Ocean. I'm sorry. There was a small edit while I was reading there.
He did get Thai hot the other day.
Yeah, baby. You ever get those chicken wings that are so hot, man? So the first time I ever had really spicy hot wings, I thought I was gonna have to go to the hospital. I was like, were there blades in that turd when it came out? Because my butt hurts.
Oh my God, Steven!
And it was because of the hot wings I'd had the day before. I just didn't know that there are a lot of nerve endings in a butthole. You just don't know. Like, I want to look up how many nerve endings in a butt.
Fell down to a burning ring of fire.
Let's see. How many nerve endings are in the butt? That's actually a Google
You're gonna
question.
get lots of porn by
No, it's
looking that up.
answers.com. There are 4 nerve endings in the skin. Oh, that's in the skin. Let's look up where. Okay, control F.
Anus, right? Anus,
Butt.
don't write butt.
There are 2,500 nerves in a butt cheek. Well, that's new. That's good to know. Oh, here's a good article to learn from. 12 anal sex facts from an insider.
Don't
An
you?
insider. Gross. 6
I
quick
get it.
facts about your buttocks. Maybe other people should look this up. It shouldn't
I just
hurt.
like that this is on your search and destroy now.
There are nerve endings in the anus.
Kelly.
A lot of people who are experimenting with it require very little stimulation. Okay. Your wiener might hit an intestine. All right, good. I don't really want to read any more of this because it's all pretty gross. Pretty gross. Don't look this up. There's more than I ever wanted to know.
Literally told you not to do what you were doing.
Well, yeah, but I mean, Jacob also told me not to get a cat, and do I listen? Apparently not.
No, you told Jacob to punch you in the face if you ever got a cat again. Because you were so sure you would never get a cat again because your wife was in the hospital.
But like any good addict, this is different this time. I can control it. It's fine. Listen, you can justify anything you want if you talk to yourself enough. You can intellectualize yourself into believing your heroin habit is fine. You know? Yeah. Plenty of people do this all the time. Yeah, right? I mean, geez, I'm smart enough to know how to do the thing I do. People are doing that left and right now. People are all in. I read an article. I'm going to offend literally everyone. I read an article about a lady who's famous, former Disney child star, that is all about like, no, this is bad. I'm not going to talk about this.
Oh my gosh, you can't do that now. But now you're so nervous. But now I need to know.
So this is going to be Stephen Backpel. I don't understand what. So she claimed to be pansexual, and I don't understand what that means. What does it mean? And this could be ignorance, but I was like, we can just smartify ourselves to the point where we're just making stuff up.
Isn't that like where you're like sexually attracted to everything? Not limited in sexual choice with regard to biological sex, gender, or gender identity. Yeah, you just...
So just anything that you want is there. So
towards people regardless of their sex, gender, identity. Pansexual people may refer to themselves as gender blind. Yeah, you're just like
I have face blindness.
You see Angelina Jolie, you're like, I'd hit that. Or you see Brad Pitt, you're like, I'd hit that. Or you see RuPaul, and you're like, I'd hit that. You'd hit lots of things.
Anything with a hole. Thank you for that, Zafo. I think I'm just an old man who just didn't understand what that word meant.
Just tell me you're horny. Pansexuals are horny.
I don't have any problem with anything. I didn't know why we needed a new phrasing. But I guess it's because there's so many new things. They're not new.
Like pansexual's been around since the 90s, though.
I feel
like that's not necessarily new. I just feel like it may be new to our ears.
Maybe that's what it is. It's not it's a I don't know why we need it kind of thing for me. But I guess if you say bi, you're alluding to there only being 2 things, but there are more things. So if you say pan, you're including the more things.
Yeah. Because anyway. I mean, this is again white cis chick. It could be male, female, trans,
in anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, whatever. It is what it is. But anyway,
somebody help me.
She directed a porn video and was all like,
so I feel like that normalized it more than anything. But Torchwood, Jack Harkness, like hottest freaking dude ever, and he just like, if you were attractive, he would diddle you so hard. And I remember I'm like, is he gay? He's like making out with a dude. I didn't know he was gay. I'm in love with this guy. And then I'm like, oh, he makes out with women too. We're good. I have a chance.
My celeb crush is not broken.
But then, I realized I saw him 2 years ago dancing around in a Wonder Woman costume and heels with his husband, so I may not have that chance.
Oh, yeah, that's that dude. What was
Yeah.
his name? You really, really liked him. What's his name? Because I went
Forget,
to
he was
see,
really funny.
like jury show or something.
John Barrowman,
John
there we go.
Barrowman, that's right. You went to see him and had a really great time.
Oh, he was so fantastic. I'm like, you're just such a lively human being, and you fill this room with lots of energy, and I hate that you can walk in high heels.
He was very kind, and he had very good answers to very challenging questions, from what I recall.
Somebody asked, like, it was a teacher that said, look, I've got maybe it was a trans student or a gay student, and how would you recommend I counsel them? And I remember his answer was just spot on. It was really good. I don't remember what it was, but I remember thinking it was really well said.
Well, good. You can make anything up on the fly. I'm sure he's not listening to this show. He'll be. No, we get a letter from him. It's like, this is John Barrowman. I listened to your episode. You were wrong what I said. Also, quit being weird about pansexual words. And I'm like, okay.
Pansexual words.
You're right. I shouldn't be weird. I'm not being weird. I just was...
Wait, so what's a pansexual word? Words that are attracted to all the words, but then you have to, like, what are words normally attracted to?
Can words be attractive? What are we talking about?
I feel like they would have to be they would have to be like a love language. They have to be like German words or Italian words or French or Spanish, because then you've got the neuter and then the male and then the female, like, right?
I feel like you're on the verge of a children's book about language. like where each language is its own people. And then the people, hello, my name is French. Hello, this is the vendor. I speak this other language.
Like, Kelly.
We're actually, like, us as a people who speak English, we're actually fairly unique. Well, not unique, but not every language has a he, she in it. Like, there are languages without pronouns at all. And the only reason why we trip is because we have them. Maybe if we removed them, then we wouldn't have this issue. Some languages don't have them at all. You're just a thing. I forgot what it was. It's like Finnish or Dutch or something that's like...
Japanese doesn't have the...
Yeah, there's no male or female.
Right. So we
versions.
do to an extent, because we have the he, she, it.
Yeah.
But then you've got the Romance languages that are like, the refrigerator is male, the chair is female, the table is neuter.
Spanish.
Yeah, because I'm like, die, der, das, blah.
It's an El Taco.
Thunder boomed when I did that, and I felt very powerful.
Did you just Fusro Da? That's what.
Fusro Da! That was pretty cool.
That's the Dragonborn. If you're paying attention on the home game, Steven speaks Dragonborn. Mark your bingo squares.
Zeph said tacos should be female.
Los Tacos? Oh, Steven is naive. Mark your bingo card.
It took me a second too. I'm like, why? It's a phone.
Oh, we've had the taco conversation before. Show title: The Taco Conversation.
Oh, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Quite like that.
I feel like that's the name of my next short film. Can I tell you how excited I am to write more stories for the anthologies everywhere that we're doing? I have like 17. I liked your tweet today. I actually put out a tweet that said the best part the best part about being a writer, procrastination, is picking a new... I don't remember. But it was a great tweet, what you put.
Hold on, I'll find it.
It was about... Oh, shoot.
I love when writers procrastinate by writing a new manuscript that they're not supposed to be writing. I tweeted that because I was doing that.
I knew you were. As soon as you tweeted, I was like, Ashley's come up with a new idea, and she's having more fun with it than she is the other one.
I'm like, this is so good, and I like it so much, and my other one's trash.
It's not trash. We worked it out. You're going to cut a limb off of one of your characters, and it's going to make it a new story.
But then, when I told you why she was revenging, I'm like, oh, no, that's a good idea. My other one was Margaret Weiss. She said the purpose of a first draft is not to get it right, but to get it written. And that's apparently from another author, Lacey London.
That's what cool. You do. You just get it. You shovel the sand. And if you're Stephen King, you literally never take any sand out of the sandcastle. You just keep it all in the box. And you rearrange it at best, unless your editor says you can't. And then that's why you release The Stand with 700 pages. And then later, everyone's like, why don't we have the real one? And you're like, fine, here's the 1,400-page one. Great book.
I don't know. Kelly, Zaf, do you guys like Stephen King? Like, I feel like I'm a minority. Did you ever finish your thing?
I'm sorry, I was distracted by Kelly talking about how Zapho's got to study her anatomy.
Woo!
That sounds really graphic. Have fun tonight. You kids go on to bed. We got this from here.
Is that how you're buffing your
Your resume?
Okay, so Zaf is no, Kelly loves.
Huh? What? Loves what?
Stephen King.
Oh yeah, I think Stephen King's fine. I've read multiple Stephen King things and like them. If that, so I guess I'm a Stephen King fan. I've read The Dark Tower. I've read The Stand. I read 11/22/63, which is kind of a departure for him. He doesn't normally do time travel, but I liked all those books. So I guess I'm a Stephen King person. Maybe.
I still wanted to watch it. Stephanie and I were gonna watch it the other day, but then we had to like get Skinamax or pay money, and we're like, do we want to watch Hell Clown? And then we watched the Green Turismo, the Green Inferno.
Was that good?
Oh God, no. Oh no. No.
Is that the one where they're like in a jungle?
I would watch Aquaman 6 times in a row before I sat through Green Inferno.
You did watch Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark though. And
that was good.
I heard
that was really good.
I heard that my favorite story ever takes a front seat at the end, and it made me so happy. Me, Ty Duty Walker.
And that's exactly what he sounded like too. It's just this like creepy dude is like running around with his head upside down, going, "Me, Ty Duty Walker."
That's horrible. But it made me
good.
so happy because for years, I was telling Stephanie about my cousin reading that story and saying "Me, Ty Duty Walker," and she's like, "There's no way that those words are in a book anywhere. He made that up." And he didn't. And now it's in a movie, and I'm so happy. And
it was so fun.
We had like a first printing of Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark in a box. I don't know if we kept it or not. But we definitely had it, and it had all, because I guess they've republished it with less creepy artwork.
The artwork was what sold me, man.
Which is a travesty because it's like a rite of passage. I was like 7 when we sat in the camper out at my grandma's house reading Me, Ty Duty Walker, scaring the bejesus out of each other. The big toe,
so
like, oh my gosh, like it's
where is my big toe?
They're so terrible. Me, Ty Duty Walker.
Well, Mom used to read us like we would go to the beach and she would get the scary stories from the local area for the beach. And I remember one of the ones she was reading us, this guy beheaded someone. I think it was a pirate. I can't remember if it was Redbeard or not. And drank blood out of the guy's skull and with a toast to death to Spotswood, because some guy's name was Spotswood and he was like drinking blood out of a skull. And, that's what we went to bed on.
I think kids can handle more scary stuff than we give them credit because they're going to find this junk on their own. And some of it's like our parents just showed us and we didn't even think twice about it. Like,
no.
The things that scared me were things that my parents didn't expect to scare me. So I could sit there and read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, but watching The Goonies, the part where Sloth is chained up and they see him for the first time and he's like freaking out, I hated that. I hated it. So like it's never the thing that you think is going to scare your kids. Like, I remember in
Dark Crystal was creepy.
Oh, yeah. Last Crusade at the end where the dude, like, drinks the water and he turns into a skeleton. That scared the bejesus out of me. I didn't take it to bed with me. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't stay in my head, but I always closed my eyes because I really hated skeletons.
Sam doesn't like skeletons. That's a funny thing to inherit.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. We don't like skeletons. They're not right. Skeksis. World News. Buddhist temple in Japan puts faith in robot priest. Do they have priests in Buddhism?
Well, I don't know. I don't know that. I got a book on Buddhism when I was young because I was curious, and Mom like flipped out. She's like, "Are you trying to convert?" And I'm like, "I'm trying to educate myself. Sit down."
How dare you learn about other things?
Please stop.
What'd I do?
No, not you, her.
Oh.
I love my mother.
She's wonderful. She's it's all from a core of love. It's all a lot of love in there.
She's like, "I don't want you to go to hell."
It's like
I'm reading Buddhism.
I'm reading a book on Buddhism. I'm not converting to Buddhism. A 400-year-old temple in Japan is attempting to hotwire interest in Buddhism with a robotic priest that believes will change the face of the religion, despite critics comparing the android to Frankenstein's monster. The android, Canon, based on the Buddhist deity of mercy, preaches sermons at Kodaihi. Pronounce that, Ashley. You know Japanese.
Oh, scheiße. I gotta look at the...
Fine. Kodaihi Temple in Kyoto. And its human colleagues predict that with artificial intelligence, it could one day acquire unlimited wisdom. Okay. This robot will never die. It will just keep updating itself and evolving, Priest Tencho Goto said. So you think that I'm going to invent Skynet? These people are doing it, and they're saying it's a benevolent priest. I don't think so. I think this is it. This is Skynet at the beginning, and it's all like, I will give you peace and wisdom and stuff, but I'm going to need to murder all of you first. That's the beauty of a robot. It can store
no strings on me.
Yes, no more strings. It can store knowledge forever and limitlessly. With AI, we hope it will grow in wisdom to help people overcome even the most difficult troubles. It's changing Buddhism, added Mr. Goto. The adult-sized robot was put into service earlier this year and is able to move its torso, arms, and head, but only its hands, face, and shoulders are covered in silicone to replicate human skin. We'd hate for people to get confused and think it was an actual person. Clasping its hands together in prayer and speaking in soothing tones, the rest of the droid's mechanical parts are clearly visible. Wiring and blinking lights fill the cranial cavity of its open top head and snake around its gender-neutral aluminum body. A tiny video camera installed in the left eye completes an eerie, cyborg-like frame, seemingly lifted straight out of a dystopian Hollywood sci-fi thriller. With the religion's influence on daily life flatlining in Japan, Mr. Goto hopes Kodaihi's robot priest, Kodaiji, robot priests will be able to reach younger generations in a way traditional monks cannot. It might be difficult to relate to fuddy-duddy priests like me, but hopefully the robot is a fun way to bridge that gap. We want people to see the robot and think about the essence of Buddhism.
Wow, that picture's so creepy.
It is pretty creepy. I don't know that his plan's going to succeed. Like, I feel like it's just either going to get hacked or trolls are going to show up.
He starts walking around going, Jesus is the way to salvation.
You can't have anything good in this world, man. Like,
No.
particularly once the internet finds out.
Well, the internet found out.
Mm-hmm.
We screwed.
Yeah, it's just not it's not a good idea, man.
I feel like every time I see an advert for AI, I get real nervous and I start screaming at YouTube or where it's normally on YouTube, like wherever I've seen it. I'm like, no, this is like the greenwashing they do for natural gas, where it's clean, renewable. Blah, blah. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
no, fracking bad, fracking pollute water. No, earthquake.com, but better than coal.
It all sucks. The only thing we really should do is just start building fires again, sitting around in a tribe.
Go to bed when it gets dark.
I mean, all this stuff is really convenient, but it's all making us incredibly squishy. So when the aliens do get here, we're gonna be like, "What is going on?"
That we're all like, I've heard a lot of stuff in the last year about the radiation from cell phones and our electronics and any sort of Wi-Fi stuff, and we've even done a story on it about the kid being allergic to it, right? And we laugh because we're just like, who's allergic to Wi-Fi? But apparently it's very, very small segment of humanity, but it's a thing. And I'm just like, what are we doing to ourselves?
Yeah, right.
Like, just because it's like radiation, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not killing you and liquefying your insides.
Oh gosh, yeah. Like every time I think about radiation now, all I can think about is people in Chernobyl because I watched that thing. Russia blew up some cruise missile they've been fiddling with, and it had a nuclear core in it that blew, and all these people were just exposed. And they're like, yeah, they got burned, and everybody's like, dude, Russia, like, they got burned. Are they gonna melt? Like, what? You're just all like, oh, for the good of the country or whatever. I'm like, y'all haven't changed at all. Y'all are the same you've ever been.
It's really sad.
It's tragic.
When was this?
Like 2 days ago. Yeah, see, McFly said a nuclear-powered nuclear missile. And surprise, it blew up. Yeah, it had it was a torpedo. it had something that the air going through it while it traveled was cooling the reactor core that was powering it. It was
Ooh.
some kind of mechanism like that, and something went south, and it blew, and it had nuclear warheads on it at the same time. Anyway, they basically Russia's just like, yes, this missile can break all U.S. defenses, and we have it, and we're like, okay, because we were gonna make one once, and then we didn't because we decided that it was pretty jacked up to make one,
How do
and
you know all of this?
I read it, man. I read the thing. Well, we dropped out of some treaty because we got President Knucklehead, and they decided they would start making this missile. They weren't going to make it's all really complicated. I saw a meme that kind of summed up exactly the state of the world. It was a picture of Superman, and it said how America sees itself, and then a picture of Homelander from The Boys, and it said how the world sees America. And I was like,
That's so good.
I can't
It
be
was so
upset.
good. The voice was so good.
It really was. I
So
recommend.
good.
Speaking of religion, though, like I'm glad. So people watch stuff like The Boys, and then they get all like, "I'm very sensitive to this material because it's making fun of my beliefs," and I'm like, "No, it's very informational about the way your beliefs look to the rest of the world, and you should take this and use it as a lesson." On
Don't be a hypocrite.com.
Well, it's don't be a hypocrite a little bit, and then it's maybe refine our message a little bit so that it's less rules based and more. Maybe it's not supposed to do that because it's just gonna hurt in like the long run. Doing these bad things or these quote unquote immoral things can hurt you in the long run versus just avoiding them, and then it doesn't. Then you don't have open yourself up to extra hurt. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
the-
that whole
yeah.
it's that whole concept of everything's permitted, not everything's beneficial.
Yes.
It's like it's not that you can't. You certainly can. You have the free will to do whatever you want, but it's not necessarily going to be beneficial to you.
Because a lot of times when you get the holier than thou Christian coming at you with stuff, I'm like, I A, am a Christian, and B, I don't engage in what you're yelling at me about, but now I kind of wanna.
Now we go to Dragon Con and we get to see all the people with megaphones. How many people you?
Oh, I forgot about that. The guy was yelling because I remember I'm like, dude, you're making me annoyed at Christianity, and I profess the same religion. So if you could just
You could
like,
just dial it down just a bit. If you
yeah,
could
give
not-
somebody your cell phone number and be like, hey, I'm here for you if you need a ride, or which is really creepy, but if it's coming from a good place, or
hey, you need something. You need see a need, meet it.
yeah,
you
we
know?
are here for you if you need anything.
That would
Here's our
be-
number that we're screaming into a megaphone.
Oh, that'd be pretty awesome to just be like operating a little personal cab service and be like, hey, I'm just gonna help people get home if you get stuck.
Yeah.
Even though
and
that's really
here's
creepy.
some water in the 99-degree heat. Here's
Yes.
a snack. You look diabetic, which is,
handing out
most of us at the
snacks.
con.
Handing out snacks would be really great. Be like, I'm handing out snacks. I'm also doing this because Jesus asked me to. If you want to talk about that part, but here's some snacks.
Right. As
Maybe
opposed
that's
to,
that's the approach.
you whoremongering, titty showing bitches! Jesus doth not like you. Submit to your man penis husband and also covered in boobies.
That's pretty right. That's pretty much what you hear. It's a good time. Welcome to Dragon Con, everybody. Here we go. Small town news.
Dag nabbit McFly. Sub is busy. Sub is busy, so there are no curses.
What's Sub doing? Why isn't he here?
I don't know. He was texting me, and then I don't know where my phone is, which has been most
Back
of the
here, Sub. What's wrong with you?
time. He's probably talking to a girl.
Ooh, I hope so.
Raccoon caught inside high school vending machine lurking among snacks. Aw, spirit animal.
Aw.
A raccoon apparently attempting to score a free snack wound up getting trapped inside a vending machine at a Florida high school on Wednesday and had to be freed by animal control. This gentleman was apprehended today while committing a burglary of a vending machine at Pine Ridge High School, wrote the Volusia County Sheriff's Office on Facebook. Dear, stop.
I'm kind of
Just
done with sheriffs on Facebook.
Stop. I'm done with everybody on Facebook. Just there should just be a mass exodus for like a week. That would be
we'll
so
we'll
good.
wander around in the desert for 40 years of the internet trying to find a new place to put our social media.
Oh my god, yes.
Let dear
That would be so perfect.
It's like Moses was in Egypt land. Facebook land. I was trying to think.
Just leave. Just leave. I left, and guess what? I still talk to people. I'm still alive. I still find out about things.
Yeah, I'm probably you have more depth than we do. Tell
No,
the
not at all, but other
But at
things.
least you don't pretend to. Right? Like Facebook people pretend to have depth with the people that they're friends with.
I don't like, so okay, I understand maybe if you're 13, because you're real concerned about your image when you're young, because A, you kind of don't know what it is, and you're really defensive about everything because everything's super important, right? Because I mean, your hormones are just jacked to shit till you're like 25, let's be real.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you
So
don't
I
level
I
out.
get it, like trying to appear cooler than you are to boost your social status, or try to appear busier than you are, or to actually become busier via social media and to take it to heart when you don't have as many likes as Brittany across so that makes sense to me. But 30-year-old women,
You ought to be over that.
like, nobody cares what your living room looks like unless it's for a party and you're real proud of those Halloween decorations. Post the shit out of that. But if you're just like, hashtag blast, went to TJ Maxx because I'm super conservative with my mad scats of money that my husband brings home. And I got this super pretty tablecloth. Look at it. Oh, and there's my china. And by the way, I'm having a dinner with the Queen Farouk tomorrow at 10. Fuck off.
I don't
Sorry.
I don't post much of that stuff. I
I
read through
can't
some
imagine
stuff.
that you would.
No. I think I disappoint most of my family by never posting pictures of Sam. Like I'll post a picture of Sam with me, like if I'm at a park sometimes, but for the
Yeah.
most part, it's junk about this horseshoes and hand grenade stuff or a random story of blood work that I got. It's or a walk that I'm doing. It's never the stuff that I think people want to put likes on. But you post a kid or you post you're out with your spouse having a great night, and man, the likes just roll in. Roll in.
I feel like it's just and I used to like Instagram, but I don't know if it's just because Facebook bought them out and it's all in my head, but I no longer care for Instagram any longer.
Yeah, you haven't posted anything on there in a real long time.
Yeah, I mean I do every once in a while, like in the stories maybe. But like it's just I don't, cuz while I'm doing something, I'd rather send a picture of my chicken noodle soup to you guys
Yeah.
than I would put, because nobody cares, and also I want to enjoy it in the moment. So looking at something through a video screen while I'm recording it seems insane to me.
Yeah. No, I think that's pretty good. I don't film concerts anymore. I don't record like my videos of me, at a show because it's like I just
Yeah,
remember because I think like Stephanie probably has more of a problem with this than I do is wanting to take pictures every time we go on vacation of everything. I'm like, why
yeah.
don't we just be here? Like we've been trying and failing to get a picture of this particular moment for the last 10 minutes. And I'm real exhausted about it. And it's just let's just love it instead of fighting for a picture that we're going to look at once in a blue moon.
Exactly. Like
Like
I have thousands of pictures on my computer and my phone, and I'm like, oh, like some of them are really cool. Sam when he was little, when he was in the hospital, and when he was a baby asleep. Like that was cool, but it's just lost in a morass of bullcrap.
Oh, I got pictures of just junk everywhere on my phone. There are good pictures in there, and there are ones that I really like, but most of them are just pictures of like, look at this QR code I found on the wall at work. I don't know what it means. You know, that's what I do. I take pictures of stupid stuff.
So, Kelly, I'm one of those people that will park, gas up, and go pee before I move my car.
You're a horrible person. It depends
Am
on
I?
the
Well,
It depends on the busyness of the gas station for
yes.
me.
If it's like just so Jacob will actually put the nozzle in, go pee, and come back, like just while
Because
it's
he's in
gassing
a
up.
truck and does what he wants.
He's in a truck and he does what he wants.
Yeah, if it's not busy, I might do that. But if it's like there's only 2 or 3 pumps open, I generally move it. I don't care. I just move. It takes me 2 seconds to get in the car, go park it, and go pee.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm remarkably considerate. Smash.
I guess like some of being around Jacob has rubbed off, and I'm like, whatever. I had to wait. Now you have to wait. Circle of life, bitches. Like,
pay it forward.
me rushing is just gonna inconvenience me. Like, I'm gonna go pee now.
I don't. Jacob doesn't do such a thing to be malicious. Jacob just does it because that's what Jacob does.
It's convenient for him.
I just need to stop my truck in the middle of the street. How else am I going to get to that parking spot? Like, I don't understand why everybody's all upset.
I'm gonna drive over this hill. Did I finish the
where I'm like, oh my gosh, I've stopped in the middle of the street. They're gonna be so mad at me. What's gonna happen? I'm chilling out a lot though. I'm chilling out a lot over the last like 4 years.
I have noticed that. I feel like if you got a truck, you would also be like, I'm in a truck and I do what I want.
No, I couldn't. I had a truck once and it was not that way. I was just 16, but still. I couldn't. No. Some things are. So here's an empathy test for you. And you might, I don't know where you'll align on it. You're walking. Okay, this is a real life scenario, but imagine yourself. You're going out, you got a pasture in the backyard with horses. You got two of them, so you can move horses from one pasture to the other, kind of let them do their thing. And you're going to go move the horses to a new pasture. So you walk out to the new one it's been there sitting for a while because you haven't been using it. You go out there and you find the water trough. Water trough is full of water, and you find a dead squirrel in that water trough.
Okay.
What's one of the first things that goes through your head?
Gross. Have you seen decomposing matter in water?
Yeah, okay. So this explains a lot. So you want to know what the first thing that went through my head when I ran across that incident?
What?
Oh my gosh, that squirrel was in there suffering and trying to get out and it couldn't. Literally the first thing that went through my brain was that.
I didn't even think about it. I was like, my brain was, who could I get to get that out for me? Because I'm not touching a wet, dead squirrel.
You and Jacob had the exact same response to that. And Stephanie, when I told her the scenario, she was like, I mean, gross. That poor squirrel. So it's like, it was gross. That poor squirrel couldn't get out.
The squirrel was an inconvenience. Never thought, well, because it's already dead. So its life is no longer my concern.
But my brain replayed the last minutes of its life after I saw it. I was like, oh my gosh, it fell in there and it was splashing and it couldn't get out. And
that's
you're all like,
probably what a squirrel gets for taking your back deck lights and running off with it.
So anyway, I figured that was a decent test to see if someone's actually the degree of someone's empathy. And mine.
So Jacob said gross too?
No, Jacob said, oh gosh, I got to figure out how to get that out. I got to go get a shovel, that kind of stuff. You got to clean the thing.
Oh, no. There would be no clean. There would just be removal of the squirrel and then everything's good. Out of sight. There's no burial for the squirrel. There's just shovel. Fling it as far as I can. Horses in the new pasture.
It was so bloated, Smash. But yeah, so Kelly had the same thing. Poor thing is the first thing she typed in the chat after I gave that scenario. So me and Kelly and Stephanie are on the same page. And I was like, Jacob, that's how I live when I see people hurting. And he was like, oh my gosh, that's awful. I'm sorry.
I feel like Jacob's acted as some sort of shield for because I can turn it off apparently a bit now. But yeah, I was not concerned for the dying moments of a squirrel.
Yeah,
so much as
he's right.
I really have to clean this trough out now because nah.
Jacob's right. People and squirrels are different, but it just goes the degree of where the empathy ends. And if you could imagine me feeling that bad for a squirrel, I feel pretty darn bad for humans that I don't know.
Maybe if you would have said bird or
I
don't know, an animal I give a shit about, like a penguin.
Maybe. I don't know that outside of an insect, I feel pretty bad for anything that's in a bad spot.
I mean, if it was a praying mantis, I would have been sad because I'm like, aw, there's
yeah.
Aw, but the squirrel, I'm just like, Why?
Well-
Why do you make my life so much harder?
We don't have to spend the next 10 minutes cracking holes in my awesome scenario
It was
about
good.
how wrong it is and how inaccurate it possibly is. We can just move on. It's fine.
I was trying to make myself look less like of an asshole.
And I
Steven.
really
wasn't
was happy
poking
you guys
holes.
being sadistic, horrible people, and you had to go try and work your way out of it. Why'd you do that?
Raccoons.
Right, they're dirty, rotten thieves. I hope they fall in a trough and blow up.
Or, get stuck in a vending machine.
That too. That was fine.
That was like a 4-hour rant based off of the word Facebook in the raccoon story.
Hey, Jacob, take note not to put the word Facebook in any news stories anymore. Go ahead and rip that out. If you want to keep this from derailing. Are you done? Was the story over?
I mean, that's essentially what happened.
That was essentially it.
There was a raccoon. A wacky guy.
What a wacky guy. That's a quote in there.
It is.
I love and that raccoon. He's just so wacky. Wild and wacky raccoon. Special section. Autumn is coming. So, of course, pumpkin spice spam is too. I thought that meant email. It doesn't. It means spam, as in the spam canned meat. Gross.
Is this like a Hawaiian thing?
I don't. Oh, remember when you could smuggle spam to Hawaii? Yeah, that was cool. The pumpkin spice phenomenon died Wednesday at age 16. The cause of death was the existence of pumpkin spice spam. It's officially jumped the shark, everybody. A publicist for Hormel Foods Corp. had confirmed to NBC News on Wednesday that the company will begin selling a limited edition run of pumpkin spice spam online at Walmart.com and Spam.com on September 23rd. True to the brand's roots, Spam Pumpkin Spice combines deliciousness with creativity, allowing the latest variety to be incorporated into a number of dishes, from on-trend brunch recipes to an easy pick-me-up snack. I'd like to meet somebody who's just like, think I'll slice me a piece of Spam and eat it right now. I mean,
I can't remember the last time I've eaten spam. Like there was pumpkin. There is a mosquito that is trying to give me freaking Zika and West Nile.
You know it has both of those?
Yes.
You should definitely kill it with fire. You
Jake,
need a flamethrower.
There's like a West Nile thing in North Carolina, so Jacob's like, stay away from mosquitoes because you'll die.
You probably should. That's a good idea. You should
Sorry.
go in there and shoot it with a gun to solve the
Jacob,
problem.
can I use a flamethrower and a mosquito?
That's not an overreaction at all, you know? Pumpkin spice spam piggybacks on the autumn tradition of brands dumping pumpkin spices into everything but actual pumpkins, which was ignited when Starbucks introduced its pumpkin spice latte in 2003, which is really just like nutmeg and cinnamon or something.
Nutmeg, cinnamon, coriander, maybe a little black pepper.
Yeah, so it's not really anything pumpkin-y, but we put it in there because I think you use the same things when you make pumpkin pie. So everybody's all like, oh, this is pumpkin spice. Well, it's pumpkin pie, but it's not really from a pumpkin. You could make these any time of the year if you want to, but it's kind of like a s'more, I guess. It's better if you eat them during the fall time with the National S'more Day was like last week.
My question is, will Ted's have their fall dessert by Dragon Con?
Let's hope so. Probably
cinnamon,
not.
nutmeg, allspice. Yeah.
Okay.
Cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg, allspice. There we go.
I've
I've actually dumped that in like warm coconut milk and frothed it up, and it's satisfyingly good.
I'm not shocked by the coconut milk revelation.
The
The autumnal spam could be a main dish protein option if you've inclined to build a complete pumpkin spice Sunday brunch. Serve it with pumpkin spice cream cheese on pumpkin spice English muffins with a dish of pumpkin spice yogurt and a cup of pumpkin spice tea. I almost said humpkin spice. That's a whole different dinner. Then cap it off with a shot of pumpkin spice vodka, pumpkin spice rum, and pumpkin spice gin.
Pumpkin spice rum sounds. I would drink that.
Oh, yeah. That sounds actually pretty great. I love walking up to Starbucks and being like, give me that PSL. I've done that before and embarrassed the bejesus out of Stephanie. I drove up to the thing. I said, I want one of them PSLs. Give me a grande PSL. And the girl giggled. She was like, okay.
Jacobs walked up and went, can we get a white girl juice for her? And both of the baristas were women of color. I had to explain to them. They laughed hysterically after Jacob left, but he just dropped it and left. I'm like,
Boom.
so because it's like the white yoga chicks drink it, and they're like, oh, we get it. Lol, 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 lol,
We know. We know what you're talking about.
lol. But yeah, it was, and then I went for hot chocolate after that because white girl juice was less fun than hot chocolate.
You gotta go to the right place for the pumpkin spice latte. Starbucks does a good one. I think I like theirs pretty good.
Starbucks. I've never got on the Starbucks. Granted, the coffee's not a big thing to me, but even their tea, I'm just like, okay, so basically I'm paying for a Coke amount of sugar and like pesticide tea and coffee.
Yeah.
Why?
Their Tai Chi is pretty good. Or chai tea.
Please,
Tai
please,
Chi.
please, 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 someone have clipped that
I
because
do
that
that
was
all
beautiful.
the time. All the time. I get it mixed up.
I've never thought about that, but that's perfect. Their Tai Chi.
Their Tai Chi is great.
Their chai tea.
Tai Chi.
That was lovely.
Add some sparkle to your number 2 with glitter infused vitamin pills.
Oh, I got so excited when you said sparkle.
Thank you,
Jacob, I know what I want for my birthday.
You can make sparkly poo.
Is it like real plastic sparkle?
I hope not. We Are Feel, a UK-based supplement subscription company, has been getting a lot of attention online lately for a bizarre limited edition multivitamin pill designed to make your toilet sparkle when you do a number 2. The sparkly supplement, which costs $14.50 for 30 capsules, contains 18 different vitamins and minerals, including vitamin A, D3, folic acid, zinc, and iron, as well as lots of edible glitter that passes straight into the stool and allegedly makes it sparkle in your toilet bowl. Okay, personal question. How many people, like, turn around and look at their turds before they flush them?
How do you not?
I mean, I do it because you need to know what your turds look like to know if you're healthy.
But I mean, like, how do you not? Because you have to turn her. It's like that South Park episode, like the guy that invented the toilet intended for you to sit facing the back, so you had a little thing to read books upon.
That's amazing, and I want a toilet like that. That's the
And then
best.
that way you flush as you stand, so you never have to see anything.
I just Sam likes to look at his turds, so I guess this is a useful thing. Like, if you didn't look, well, with dudes is the only thing we get to create. Like, you women get to create life. The closest thing we get to that is just the turd. This is the best we can do, and we're like, look at what I have created. And we only get to share that with ourselves unless we're gross. According to We Are Feel, the glitter, while edible, is not fully digested by the human stomach, so you can expect it all to end up in your stool. Extensive testing
What is it made out of that doesn't digest?
I don't know. It's corn. It's polished corn.
Like, so you're just getting like recycled doo-doo sparkle back in the the water
Gross.
supply.
Extensive testing has proven that the glitter is not absorbed by the body, so the toilet time can really shine. Gum arabica is a substance sourced from the sap of various species of the acacia tree and is used often across the food industry. However, it is not fully digested by the body, giving the user the desired effect. The non-toxic glitter in We Are Feel multivitamin capsules is made from acacia gum and food colorings and contains no GMO, anti-adherence, lactose, or gluten. Good for you. You could be on board with this. There's nothing in there that's bad, except for the gum and the stuff. Gross. We Are Feel strives to be a fun, innovative brand with health and wellness at the forefront of what we do. After we discovered a safe, edible formula for glitter, we couldn't wait to apply it to our multivitamins. Boris Hodakel, founder of We Are Feel, said being healthy and getting all the nutrients you need shouldn't be dull and boring. Hopefully the prospect of having a glittery toilet will encourage more people to get their daily dose of nutrients. I know literally no one who would be like, oh man, my poop can sparkle? I need to get that. And I need to do it habitually. Like, do it once and be like, oh, that was fun. But it's like, are you serious? You would make your duty twinkle? You make your duty twinkle?
Say Duty Twinkle?
Duty twinkle.
Well, that's the show title. Duty Twinkle. Oh my gosh, potty training would be awesome. You shit glitter, baby. You get on that.
You just
Kelly, yes.
You're so perfect. Your turds sparkle.
Oh Lord, Mom's gonna start giving them to Sam.
Oh no, help me. These wacky glitter-infused multivitamin pills were announced last week with 50 available boxes being sold on a first-come, first-served basis. As you can imagine, they sold out faster than you could say poop, and now we're left with a product page with no buy button. Oh, so they're already gone. Well, that's a bummer.
I'm like, I'm so hold on. I need to tweet this link right here so everyone can see.
We
So
are
everyone
glitter.
can see the amazingness
It comes in
that
a really
is.
pretty box. Oh, it's like golden sparkles.
Yeah, right? See?
That's like
Now how do you feel?
making your poop golden.
Yeah.
What if when you're one of those people that never has a fully formed turd?
Well, then it would just be like a coating of floating glitter on top, so it would just obscure everything.
No, that's a horrible. Nobody wants that. That's a bad idea. I mean, maybe somebody does. Maybe somebody's like, "Oh, what did Sam say tonight?" He said something about what's a diarrhea, and I was like, "Like Sam, that's
When you
when
pee out your anus,
I was
Sam.
like, that's when you have liquid poop, and it's not a whole thing." And he goes, "That's not as bad as a pooty diarrhea," and I was like, "Probably not."
Why? Like, what is his obsession with poop right now?
He's
Like,
4.5.
everything is poop.
He's 4.5. That's just it's a natural thing.
Guys never grow out of that, though.
No, once discovered, it's there. It's on there. It's there. It's in their brain. I still laugh at a poop joke. I'm 34 years old.
The love affair with poo.
I'm 30 years older than Sam, and I'm laughing at his jokes. I'm like, poo poo. He goes, "Why did the chicken cross the road?" I don't know, Sam. Why? Because poop. Like,
That's his answer. He's like, "You can be poo poo star number 3, and I'll be poo poo ranger." I'm like,
he does that.
okay.
I love my kids so much. WTF section. WTF.
I love that both Beav and Og came in
Right on
as
that
we
story.
were discussing that.
They just decided to jump in. Sorry about that. We're not usually like this, he lies.
Right. Okay. I need show notes. I need show notes. I need lightning.
You were out discovering the poop glitter. Now it's back to show.
Farmers jailed over pig semen smuggled in shampoo bottles. Jacob, why do you hate me?
I love when you have to read a bad story.
2 pig farmers have been jailed in Australia over their role in illegally importing pig semen disguised as shampoo. I mean, there are women that use semen in their hair and say
Pig
it's
semen?
real good. I don't know that it's pig. I don't know that it's porcine semen.
Human semen?
Oh, yeah.
In their hair?
Yeah, their hair and their face. They said it's. I mean, I guess it's because it's got a lot of protein.
How do they get it, though?
In syringes. You
They
can
don't-
buy it in syringes, and they just like.
They don't have to pump it themselves.
Oh my god, you just made me scream so loud in the microphone. That's so bad. You're gonna have to like edit that out. I sound like a pterodactyl. if they got a boyfriend, they can get their supply for free.
Honey, come here. I need some lotion.
Jacob, I have a test.
Oh god.
I need you. GD Pork Managing Director Torben Sorensen, wow, was sentenced to 3 years in prison. Production manager Henning Lawala was sentenced to 2 years. Why?
You can't import pig semen without the proper documentation.
Why is it like, okay, this is both men were accused of aiding in a scheme in which major GD pork shareholders smuggled semen from Danish boars into Australia on multiple occasions. The semen, Jacob, which Lau recommended be put in shampoo or lotion bottles and passenger luggage, was then used to inseminate up to 200 sows.
Oh my gosh.
That's a lot of Danish
Those are a lot
pork
of Danish
jizz.
sows.
Danish pork. That is not going to be the show title. Danish owls are known to produce more piglets than their Australian counterparts, but biosecurity concerns have kept Australia from doling out permits to import pig genetics since 1995. The case shows a disturbing disregard for the laws that protect the livelihoods of Australians' 2,700 pork producers and the quality of the pork that millions of Australians enjoy, says the country's agriculture minister. Judge Troy Sweeney said that two men were influenced to offend by overseas investigator. Danish pork producer and shareholder Heinrich Inderlein all allegedly did most of the smuggling, which reports. How do they get it though?
How they get the pigs? You can get it. People get it. People get paid to acquire biological components from animals.
I mean, is there just like a
you just
like
get it.
you know?
I'm pretty sure you have to do what everybody has to do to get it.
Is there like a machine? I don't want to look it up. Like, is this some kind of like pork ingesinating machine?
Do they have a mechanism, or is it like a vet going, well, we got to fill this cup up? Could you imagine that's your job?
I just have a shampoo bottle and like a pig wiener.
Your job. And we don't we don't allow human sex work, but we'll let people give a pig a hand job all day long.
You can't say that.
Oh, it's not okay. It's not okay. It's like, you remember when California outlawed porn film shooting with no condoms, and they decided they would just edit them out in the final film. And that was going to be like, this guy's job would be to with special effects, remove condoms from wieners.
You're just staring
All
at
day
schlongs all day.
All day long, your job is to go in and erase the condom from the wiener in every frame of a movie. Oh,
Wow.
These are bad jobs. We should do an entire podcast on the worst jobs and find people who have to do this stuff.
Well, Kelly just listed one for elephants. They put their arms up an elephant's anus and stimulate the prostate to get the elephant jizz.
Oh, gross. I mean, people have to do that for other things, but I guess, how far up an elephant you figure you can get an arm?
I would be afraid you'd get like stuck.
Yeah, I mean, what if it decides to clinch? And you're just in there. Oh, a bucket? Is there really a bucket? Does an elephant require a bucket? I mean, for science, yes, an elephant requires a bucket. Oh my goodness.
If the elephant sneezes, it breaks your arm.
Oh no.
How are we on this, Jacob? Why?
Jacob, you hit a home run with this story, baby. Let's hope that these kind of lively stories are available for our live show at DragonCon in 2 weeks.
It really is 2 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, 2 weeks and a few days. But yeah.
Well, 2 weeks. Are we leaving Thursday or?
We're leaving Wednesday, but our show's not till Saturday. Sunday.
Sunday. Yeah.
Sunday. Galleria 7. Horseshoes and hand grenades live. Be there for these shenanigans and many more.
Dun, 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 dun.
Is that it? Is that what we did? Is that the end of it?
That jizz came to one bad end.
GD pork, which is in liquidation.
I know.
GD pork.
Isn't that awful? Remember that GD pork jizz?
Grandma, get me some more GD pork. Oh my gosh, that was amazing. You guys are amazing. Jacob, well done finding the stories for today. We don't thank him enough, but producer Jacob is really the lifeblood of this show since he came on board. Voluntarily.
Yeah, he gets all the stories.
Voluntarily, Jacob goes, "Hello, pretty girl. You do podcast? I help." And
then I'll sit and watch it every day with some scotch.
And so we've got 3 people where it was used to just be me and Ashley, and now we've got somebody who was like,
we have a producer.
I want to be a part of these shenanigans, and I'll watch it while I drink scotch and smoke cigars.
It is nice because now I do even less work.
Ashley literally sits down and talks into a microphone. You post the thing. You post the page, the thing, the notes, the show notes. You do.
I don't even post them. I just like pre-mock them.
It's great. It makes my job easier. It's fine.
See, it's the trickle-down effect
Of course, yeah.
of producer-nomics.
Right. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining up on the show. You're amazing. We love you. We appreciate that you're here. If you like us, you can put a review out there on any of those podcasting services. That would be a huge help to us. If you don't do that, shoot out a tweet after this show goes live and be like, I've been listening to Horseshoes and Hand Grenades, and it's great. Tell a friend. I mean, that kind of stuff is really big deal. And we want to load up our Discord with awesome new people. So, hey, go out there and get folks that are cool and bring them into our community. If you want to do it, you can follow us on Twitter at 2orcsTV. And me, Steve H&H, and Ashley's Fate Kills, Phate Kills. I'm tweeting crap all the time. It's great. And you can tip us if you want to throw us $1 for entertaining you for a little bit at twodorks.net/tip, or Patreon if you want to tip us $1 once a month. You can do it there, and it makes it super easy for you just to pass us $1. And we're like, thank you for the $1. And we really do appreciate it. I was going to say something else. Oh, I streamed last night. I'm going to start streaming at least one extra night a week, playing Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. So I'm going to North Space and flying around and pew-pew shooting stuff, and it's been really fun. Thank you, Zafo, for 100 bits. Look at you. You're amazing. And Kelly for 200 bits. That's also a great way to pass us a little bit of a tip, is with those bits on Twitch. So thank you guys so much for that. We're going to... Oh, my gosh, another 200 bits. I don't know what to do. No, it's the same bits. It's just 2 alerts. Weird.
It makes you happy. The writers meetup.
What about it? That's a Dragon Con.
Yes, we're having a writers meetup.
And it's going to be great.
Well, Zaf and Kelly are having a writers meetup. I'm just going.
I'm going. I'm going to do that as well.
Friday night at 7 p.m. at the Weston Bar. They have signs made. You can't miss it. It's beautiful.
Yes. And I'm going to be there, even though I'm published now. Ha ha ha.
Yeah.
I'm going
it could be
to
writer or writer adjacent, which was really cool.
Oh, that's good. So what, like spouse?
Yeah.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, child,
yeah.
friend of writer. That's pretty cool. I like it. I will be published in November. Pumped about it. I'm going to write my English teacher and be like, I wrote a thing. It's got lots of swear words in it. Don't hate me. Thank you, Reeve the Beef, for the 100 bits. Look at the end of the show. You're amazing. They just keep coming in. I love it. Hey, we're going to leave you guys with these words of wisdom from Khalil Gibran. Zeal is a volcano, the peak of which the grass of indecisiveness does not grow. I like it. I like it a lot. It's wonderful. Ashley's spinning a thing on her head. I think that means it's time to go.
Did you see it?
I did see that. You're like a dolphin.
Where else can I spin these things?
I don't. No one needs to know. You guys are amazing. We will see you next week right here on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. Bye. Bye.
My throat hurts so bad.
From what? From laughing? From yelling?
I just have a little head cold.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And it